I would like to present to you an observation. There is no right or wrong. I could be in error. It's just an observation, and my conclusion could be incorrect. Maybe I'm missing something. So I would like just to simply present that observation to us in these very brief, short minutes. As many of you know who have been following this channel and some of the gossip and slander about Angel Snubbing Up 7, you know, but it's true, this part is true, that I was unjustly incarcerated in a mental facility for many years. And it was a wonderful thing, of course, to be relieved of that situation. However, inside incarceration, and many of you who have been locked up for a certain period of time, you will bear witness that you will develop friendships. And in some cases, I have observed that some of those people that was locked up, they actually developed a relationship with those who were paid to monitor them being locked up. And they would get released and get married to people who was locked up, and those type of relationships. In fact, there's a news story happening right now. There is an escaped person, and they believe that the female jail guard helped this guy escape the prison. To say very briefly and straight to the point, when I was locked up, I developed friendships, of course, with my peers, which these persons really wasn't my peers. These were people I was forced to live with. They are not my peers. And when you are involved in incarceration, this is involuntary, not voluntary. A peer would be somebody who voluntarily participates in something that you both choose to do, like going to school. My schoolmates were my peers. We both were doing the same thing voluntarily. We all was going to school. We went to school, and blah, blah, blah. But just like those persons who develop relationships, just like this female prison guard that might have helped this inmate escape from prison, Angel Snubbing Up 7 also developed these friendships, these types of relationships. Contrary to popular belief, people like Angel Snubbing Up 7. Contrary to popular belief. In fact, many of those who slander and lie on Angel Snubbing Up 7, you will go back into their past and they will say how they respect and how they like Angel Snubbing Up 7. But of course, when we get angry, we get upset. When somebody won't do what you want them to do or whatever, their whole mind changes. Angel Snub 7 was a very handsome, intelligent man. Now you angry and upset. Angel Snub 7 is ugly, and he's a terrible person. Charles Manson type person. Foolishness. I'm going to tell the truth about you regardless. I'm going to tell you how foul you are, but at the same time, it's hypocritical and it looks so stupid for us now that we get mad. Somebody that we call handsome and intelligent, all of a sudden, he's an ugly devil. That's a lie. Because as far as physical looks is concerned, that has not changed. But this just goes to show how childish and silly we are. But we develop these relationships. But what I noticed, not only myself, but other persons who was unjustly locked up or whatever, I noticed people would talk to you, oh, I can't wait. I hope that you get out. We'll be so great friends and buddies. I want to marry you when you get out. But I noticed not only with myself, but with other persons, when we actually got out, those people telling us these things had a change of heart. And what give me my first clue to why they have a change of heart, I remember a sister told me, if Angel Snub 7 wasn't locked up, I don't think he would talk to me at all. He wouldn't have nothing to do with me. Like for some reason, they felt as though I'm so high and mighty, or they viewed me on such a level, if it wasn't for incarceration, I wouldn't have nothing to do with them. Wow. So even though I'm locked up, you have people who view themselves as some kind of inferior. They suffer from some kind of low self-esteem. Why do you think I would be so high and mighty? I wouldn't talk to you as a human being. I wouldn't have nothing to do with you. I wouldn't associate with you. And this is a problem. The reason why, once I'm free, they can't associate with me is because now we're on the same level, or they view as though I am or could be above them. The question I raised in this video is, white people, they like dogs and black people. Why do white people, why do they like dogs and black people? Why do you like? The reason why they like black people, the reason why you like a dog is because you can control that dog. You are above that dog. That dog can never be in a position to tell you what to do. That dog you will never have to depend on that dog for food, clothing, and shelter unless you train that dog to be Lassie and they get a hit show and that dog is bringing you income. Other than that, you can take that dog, you can abuse that dog, kick that dog, do whatever you want to that dog, and that dog will continue to love and kiss you and want to be at your feet and whatever. This is the reason. I'm not calling black people dogs, but this is the same reason why white people tolerate, not necessarily like us, they tolerate us because they don't depend on us for food, clothing, and shelter. They can abuse us, kick us in our ass, treat us all kinds of manner, and we will still love them. We will still respect them. We will still bow down to their wishes. And this is why you like a dog. If that dog growled at you, if that dog kicked over his dog bowl every day and was a rebel, nobody would want a dog. The reason why you want a dog in your house is because that dog submit to your every wish. That does not benefit them. And it's the same thing with white people, black folks living in this society. They like us and tolerate us because we submit to their wishes. If they want to give us a biscuit, that's cool. If they don't give us a biscuit, no big deal. We'll take whatever they give us like you do your dog at home. Your dog has no choice in the situation. Because that dog, that animal submit to your wishes. There is no benefit in the relationship between you and the dog. It's all about you. In this country, it's all about the white people in this country. It's all about the white America. Don't care about how you feel, what you do. Even our heavy hitters like Oprah Winfrey or Will Smith, Chris Rock or whoever, they don't mean nothing. They still depend on white folks for food, clothing, and shelter. And that's why they are no threat. They're not knocking over the dog bowl. They're not growling. Submissive. That's the reason why. Here I am. The only thing I do is talk. But Google and Facebook and all these social media platforms hate Angel Snup 7 simply because I talk, because I'm not your damn dog. I am on your level. How dare you? How would you feel if your dog rise up and want equal rights in the house? You're not going to tolerate it. You're not going to want to do that. And that's why the dog is man's best friend, because that dog is a loyal slave, a loyal servant. And this is the reason why the white people in this country tolerate black folks, is because you're not on his level. They don't need you. And you submit to their wishes. I can guarantee you, just like when I got out of jail, when I got out of incarceration, people looked at me differently, because now I'm on your level and actually can go beyond your level, and that's a problem. As long as I was a nobody, as long as I was locked up, as long as they felt better than me and had advantages over me, oh, Angel Snup 7, they glad to see me every day because I'm locked up. In this society, the white people, the white man, these people in this country, only the reason why they like you is because you're not on their level. You're no threat. There's no law. There's no resources that you control they have to worry about. That's the reason why. And a lot of us already know this, but hey, it is what it is. And the dog will still continue to be at his massa feet. This is a hard truth for many of us to accept, but this is the reality of it. You are tolerated and you are loved by white people in this country, not necessarily because of love, because you are no threat and you are inferior That's the reason why. I could be wrong. If I am, jot down your comments. Show me that this conclusion is in error.